it's around my career. I'd always had a good career, or what I thought was a really good career. But I also noticed that at the time, I really didn't notice it, but for some reason, I'll get very close to, being the head of a particular department or function or something, and then something always happens. And then I have to leave, or I lose the job, and then I have to pick up again. So it happened not once, not twice, not 3 times, 4 times. It wasn't until the 5th time that I thought there had to be more to this. So put that aside. I also remember that my dad had a similar story. I work in the HR function, and my dad at his time also worked as what was called director of personnel. And so my dad was always, had a very successful career as well, and everybody spoke highly of him. Oh, he's so good. Once there's an opportunity, we're going to place him at the helm of affairs. So he was always deputy this, deputy speaker, deputy House of Assembly this, but never quite making it as the head until much later, almost towards the tail end of his career. And that appeared to be happening to me without my noticing it. So I was always very good, but never quite given the chance to be the head. It was always next in line. Oh, she's going to get it at some point. So fast forward to 2016, I had a job that I really liked, and it was a good job. And I was, I'm the kind of person who brings my all, almost what you would call an efiko on the job. So all I knew was just doing a good job and focusing on my job. And then one day, a 20-minute conversation with my boss. Nothing had happened before then, and I had to leave the job. So that threw me, out of my depth, if I can put it that way. So I was confused and not sure what to do, because I'd always been a career person, didn't have any business on the side, had given 20 years plus to my career and building a good career. So a friend mentioned to me the Sorting Out program. But that was when I started reflecting, because throughout my career as well, I had always heard, oh, she's just like her dad, because I was, HR function. My dad had done HR all of his life. People were always likening me to him and saying, oh, you're just like your dad. You're doing as good as he did. And so I remembered in a flash that my dad also always had that seeming rise and fall, getting almost to the peak and then having to start all over again. And so I realized that losing my job or leaving my job in 2016 was bigger than just a change of job. I realized that it was something almost sinister that I didn't have control over. So when my friend mentioned the Sorting Out program, I knew that I needed a higher power. I knew that I needed God to solve that for me. And so I came to the program because I wanted to break what had clearly become a pattern to me. So that was my state of mind, to find an answer why I seemed to be having that problem. Even though to the world it looked like I had a good career, but I knew that it could have been even better. I needed to find the reason and what was behind it. So it was an eye-opener for me to learn about patterns and trends and, things that could be transferred and all. So the long and short of it was that I found the answer, and God broke what had become a pattern, almost like a stronghold in my career. I lost my job at the time, but 3 months after I attended the program, and my career had gotten to a point where it becomes more difficult to find a job at that level. And also given the recession and all. In fact, before I got the next job, the new job that I'm doing now, I had done 9 months without a job. And in the 9 months being in HR, I had used all my contacts and nothing had happened. So I just put it aside and focused on God and trying to find the reason behind all this. And I remember one of my prayer points was I didn't want to mark 1 year at home without having a job. And so 3 months after I attended the Sorting Out program, and then I remember it was about 3 days to the anniversary of my 1 year of joblessness, I got the phone call that changed my life. So not just that I found the reason behind what had become a negative career pattern, God sorted that out for me and then broke the jinx, because the next role that I got was the full head of function that had sort of eluded me all these years of always, coming close enough but never quite making it. And so that's my story. I got my job back, got it on a level that I had desired for so long and I felt I was ripe for, and sort of wiped away all that negative pattern that I had seen before.